Today in history. And it's time for our daily journey to the past. And here's a quiz question for you.
Okay, the Modern Museum of Art in New York is also known as number 1, MAMA, M-A-M-A, or number 2, MoMA, M-O-M-A. The question again, the Modern Museum of Art in New York is also known as number 1, M-A-M-A, or number 2, M-O-M-A, MAMA or MoMA. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bondi board or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 101, depending on the length of your message. And the prize this time is a designer's note.
Okay, then let's go and check out what interesting event happened on this day in the past.
Today in history. In 1929, the Modern Museum of Art in New York was opened.
1929년 11월 7일 뉴욕 현대미술관이 개관한 날입니다.
Okay, so today we take a look back at the establishment of one of the most influential museums in the world.
So we just keep talking about influence all the time today.
Exactly.
And that household institution is the Modern Museum of Art, also known as MoMA, in New York, which opened its doors on this day in 1929.
Primarily developed by Abby Aldrich Rockefeller and her friend, who were popularly known as the Daring Ladies, MoMA began to make history in a rented location in Manhattan.
It became the first museum exclusively devoted to modern art in the United States and the first of its kind to exhibit European modernism.
During the next 10 years, the museum moved to 3 different locations until Rockefeller donated the land where MoMA is currently located.
Well, the museum stood in the international spotlight upon the opening of its Picasso retrospective of 1939 and 1940, and to date, MoMA holds one of the best collections of Western masterpieces in the world, including pieces by Picasso, Chagall, Dali, Monet, and Kahlo.
So the rich and varied collection of MoMA is one of the best collections of modern art in the world. From an initial gift of 8 prints and 1 drawing, the collection has grown to include over 150,000 individual pieces, as well as approximately 25,000 films and 4 million film stills.
Wow. 4 million film stills. Well, what's even more, MoMA's library and archives, the premier research facilities of their kind in the world, hold over 300,000 books, artist books, and periodicals, and extensive individual files on more than 70,000 artists.
And among the many acquisitions, there is one that recently reiterated the museum's prowess when it comes to being a cradle of modern society's symbols. It was none other than, yes, the 골뱅이 sign. Yes, that A, right?
Right, or at.
Exactly.
Well, the explanation on how the museum got its hands on the at symbol was posted by a senior curator, Paola Antonelli, saying that the acquisition relied on the assumption that physical possession of an object was no longer necessary. And therefore, it set curators free to tag the world and acknowledge things that cannot be had. 그렇죠. 이제는 세상에 어느 때인데 손에 딱 집힌 어떤 tangible 한 것이 아니라고 하더라도 as long as you acknowledge the artistic value and aesthetic value it has,
Absolutely.
why not?
All right, so before we finish up, let's go back to the quiz question. The question was, I called it the Modern Museum of Art. I'm pretty sure it's the Museum of Modern Art, unless I'm incorrect. Anyway, it's known as MoMA, that was number 1, or 2, MoMA. And the answer, number 2, MoMA. We mentioned it a few times.
That's right. That's MoMA가 되겠습니다.
That's going to do it for Today in History. We'll be back on Monday with more from the past.